Hey guys, this is Farouk again, and in today's video, I'm really excited because I've put together a presentation where I'll be talking about how you can use LinkedIn to supercharge your lead generation, right? So we currently get anywhere between 20 to 30 appointments using our LinkedIn automation and outreach. And in this video, I want to put everything that there is to know about LinkedIn automation and outreach and how you can take the whole sauce, so to speak, and implement in your own business, right? So if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if you have a service business, or you're just trying to generate leads via LinkedIn, this is a complete tutorial, and watch it from the beginning to the end and you'll know everything that there is, right? The first part would be the presentation that we have prepared for you. And in the last part, I will jump into my automation software and my LinkedIn and kind of show you guys exactly how we set up things. So this is a complete tutorial. There is no fluff. So that's why the video is quite long. But after watching this video, you would not need to see any other videos on YouTube, right? So grab a cup of coffee and then let's go inside and let me show you how it's done. So let's go. Okay guys, so let's start. Obviously, if you are looking to learn how to do lead generation and automate the whole process and get more appointments in your business or service, LinkedIn is something that you need to do if you're not doing anymore, right? So in this video, in this presentation, I want to show you everything that there is to learn about LinkedIn outreach and automation, right? So let's go. Okay, so first thing is, why LinkedIn, right? The 3 reasons that we use LinkedIn to do outreach is, number 1, ideal for B2B businesses, but less suitable for local businesses, right? So if you're more focused on B2B businesses, which basically mean businesses that are, selling to or focusing their services or products to other businesses rather than selling it to the end clients, that's a B2B business, right? So LinkedIn is generally a platform where you can focus and sell to business, B2B businesses, right? Now, if you're doing local businesses and you want to outreach to local businesses, for example, like a plumber or an electrician, I would not do LinkedIn, because if you think about it, most one-man, two-man operation plumbing companies are not really on LinkedIn, right? For that, you can use other databases such as ZoomInfo or Seamless AI or Ninja Leads, right, for local businesses. But for B2B businesses, if you are in that space, then LinkedIn is a very good strategy to do, right? The second reason is current and improved data, right? So unlike other databases, LinkedIn is one of those platforms where the people themselves make all the changes and they make sure that their profiles are up to date, right? And also for their emails and for their contact information, that also is very accurate, because people, want to create and maintain proper information there, right? So that's another reason. The information quality is generally very good. The third reason is that out of 875 million, nearly 300 million user actually active, right? So roughly 1/3 of the total user, which is 900 million almost, right? 300 million people are actively, using LinkedIn, which gives us a lot of data to work with. So why do people struggle to generate leads on LinkedIn, right? So some people might think, well, LinkedIn worked for somebody, but not for everybody. But there are reasons why LinkedIn is not working for you. Number 1 is they struggle to locate and engage with the appropriate people to promote their solution, right? So the first thing is that you have to know how to actually find your target audience and put your message and your offer in front of them so that they can actually respond back to you and set up appointments, right? So a lot of people don't know how to actually conduct basic search on LinkedIn. The second reason is they don't know how to effectively communicate and follow up with their prospects to generate interest, right? So even if they are able to use filters and use other forms where they can filter out their prospects in a search, they don't know how to actually put their message together, right? They don't know how to put an offer so that actually people will respond back, right? And that's a very important thing. So you need to know how to find them. And number 2, how to put your message and what message actually will get you the most answers, right? More appointments, more sales calls, right? So that's very important. Finding your prospects, right? You need to identify and engage with the appropriate individuals to build relationships and schedule more meetings on LinkedIn. Your targeting may be based on specific job roles or industries you engage with, right? So multiple method to find people is utilize the search bar, right? So let me just quickly show you on LinkedIn. That is the search bar right here. You can literally type in, let's say, whatever your term is, real estate. If you're going after real estate, right? So you can search here and then you can literally click on all filters, and then you can sub filter from here, right? So that's one way. Now let's go back. The second thing is participate in events. Third thing is join groups and utilize Sales Navigator, right? So if we go back, I want to quickly show you guys where we can join groups. So once you search something, you will see groups here. So you can literally type in your keyword, and these are all the groups that are related to real estate, for example. You can join them, and you're going to be able to talk to people, and they'll be able to communicate with you. And those will be the prospects that you can go after. Third way is events, right? So you can go to events. Events are right here. So you can click on events. These are all the events that are happening under your keyword here. And you can join these events, and literally there are hundreds and hundreds of people attending each event, and you can literally join them and then communicate with them. And you know that these people are actually very, very active, right? So you can do that. And then lastly is a Sales Navigator. Obviously, Sales Navigator does not come with LinkedIn. You have to buy that. If you buy from LinkedIn, it costs about $100. But if you can actually go to Fiverr.com, there are people who will sell it to you for like $30 a month. So you can instantly save. So I would highly recommend having Sales Navigator. So if you have Sales Navigator, then you can literally just click here and literally click on lead filters, and you can start typing your keywords here, and then you can filter based on your leads that you're trying to find. So you'll be able to get all the data here, right? So I'll get back to exactly how we do things in the later part of the presentation. So now, how to use LinkedIn Sales Navigator like a pro, right? So you can filter people based on job title, location, groups, and then people who are active on LinkedIn in the last 30 days and people who have changed jobs in the last 90 days, right? So if you remember, if I go here, just to show you an example, now I have already saved searches. So if I click here, I can go and click here and open up my saved searches here. So now if we see here, a very, very important thing is spotlights here. You want people, you want to do outreach to people that are active, right? That will actually get your message, because there are limits that are set by LinkedIn. And if you are reaching people that are actually not active, you are basically wasting your chance, right? Because you want to be able to add more and more people and talk to more and more people that are actually active, right? So we usually select changed jobs in the last 90 days and post it on LinkedIn in the last 30 days. If you do that, you'll have results that are very, very accurate, right? These people are actually very, very active on LinkedIn, right? That'll give us the best chance. Other than that, you can also search by job title and geography right here. So, you can select North America, United States, whatever. And then employee headcount is also very, very important. So I typically select self-employed 1 to 10, 11 to 50, 51 to 200, right? That's typically what I select. Yeah, so that's how we do this. Now, connection requests. When you send the connection request out, and there are two ways how you can send connection requests. Number one is with the message, the top example right here. And then the bottom one is without the message, right? So what we like to do is send people a connection request first without sending them any message. And once they add us into their network, that's when we're gonna go and automate the outreach process, right? So I would highly recommend you sending no messages when it's, when you do send a connection request, right? That's something I've been taught, I've been told, and I've been using that, and it works, right? So that gives you the maximum amount of quality connection, right? Now, another thing is that is very important is that you got to optimize your LinkedIn profile, right? So LinkedIn is basically serves like a digital sales pitch, right? So when people go on your page, they actually kind of they're able to see who you are, how you look, what your experience is, and how you can help them or they can help you, right? So they have a very good idea of what your experience is, right? And what your ability is, right? So first thing obviously is to have a professional banner. Again, the banner is not too important, but keep it clean, keep it very simple, right? There's no rocket science to it. Then a professional headshot is required. Then we need to have a compelling headline, which is very, very important. And I'll show you in a minute. Then a strong summary, and then a relevant experience. Skills and endorsements are also very, very helpful. Accomplishments and use keywords, right? So let me go back to my LinkedIn profile here and let me go to my profile. Now, this is the banner right here. Again, some does not really matter. The simpler, the cleaner, the better. But we just chose to represent our company and put our company banner here. This is the profile picture. Ideally, it should be face picture where people can see your face clearly. Nothing crazy. This is very, very important. This is where people will see, people will read what you do, right? It's very, very important. Now, one thing here is basically what you can do is you can kind of put your offer, what you do for other people. That's what you can put it here. Now, in our case, since we have a lot of offers, we cannot just put one offer. Like we help brokers get 15 to 20 appointments in a month without running any ads. If that's our offer, I'm not going to put it there because I run a lot of offers. So, but if you have one offer, you're doing lead generation or you're doing like website development or whatever, you can actually put it here, right? Then in the bottom, obviously, about section, it has to be very, very clear, very precise, very, very polished, because people do read about section as well. And then obviously your experience, you need to write down your experience. And at the bottom, your skills, right? So it should be relevant skills, right? People would be able to connect with that. Moving on, initiating the contact with your prospect. Now, at this point, you have actually figured out how to put your profile in the right way. You have started to message people and you've sent them the connection request. They have already connected with you. Once they are on your network, that's when you're gonna start to message them, present them your offer. So when you message people, obviously it has to be one goal. So it has to be very, very short, very, very relevant, very precise, and a clear call to action. So example here is, hey, first name, we help business brokers by providing them with 15 to 20 confirmed seller appointments per month on autopilot. Is this something you would be interested in? So that is something that you can, could be a first message, right? Where you're actually telling them exactly what you do and you're telling them what you can do for them, right? So that's an example. Then obviously, once you send them the first message, you gotta be able to follow up with them either 2-3 times. You can follow up by providing them with further value, right? You can send them an article, or you can tell them a little bit more value that they need to know, or you can send them some personalized GIFs so that would get their attention. Again, the thing is you have to be unique, right? You have to stand out. And third, obviously the soft follow-ups, which really means that, you just send them another message and another message saying that, hey, are you still interested? Hey, did you get my message? Stuff like that. Okay, now you can do all that stuff manually, or you can have a VA do it for you, which is still much, much cheaper. But what we do in our business is actually use automation tools, right? Expandy.io or Wallexly. Personally, I do Wallexly. I like Wallexly. It's not that cheap. It costs about $100 to $120 a month, but you can literally automate your whole outreach on LinkedIn using Wallexly, right? So it's still worth it, right? It's not going to waste your time. Only when people message you back, that's when you jump in and then you're able to talk to them and set up an appointment. Okay, guys, so all the things that I was mentioning before were how you can do outbound LinkedIn. Now let's talk a little bit about how do you do inbound LinkedIn, right? So let's say you start adding people in your network and you have a bunch of people. So instead of doing an outbound message, you can also start to add content, right? Relevant content, add a lot of value. And once you do that enough, people will start noticing you, and then they will click on your link and they'll fall into your funnel, right? You can build a funnel, a web page where you can collect all the information, and then they go from your LinkedIn into your funnel. And then from the funnel, you will be able to get a lot of calls and a lot of bookings, right? So you could do LinkedIn both inbound and outbound, right? So you got to keep that in mind, but you still have to bring the people inside your network to be able to do that first, right? Okay, so let's see how we use Wallexly in our business. So let me actually take you to our account here and kind of show you how things work. By the way, first thing you need to do is download the Chrome extension. And once you download the Chrome extension, you can pay for the service for the first month. I believe you get a 7-day free trial. So you can do that. And then once you have the Chrome extension here, it will always be running, right? So once you open the relevant page, it will be able to run the automation. So here, if you talk about the software, we have two important things, right? First thing is the prospects. This is where all your lists live, right? So this is where all your lists are residing. And then we have the campaigns. So the first thing is that we need to go into LinkedIn and create our list or import our list and then run the automation or the campaign on that list, right? So for example, let's say you go into your sales navigator and you go into the leads and you filter out the leads, and let's say these are the people that you want. So what you're going to do is once you're on this page, then you are going to click on the Chrome extension right here. So see, it will automatically detect that. At this point, if you notice, it will only import 2,500 at a time because I think LinkedIn tries to restrict us for doing 2,500. So let's say, for example, here there's 677, right? But if I say there were more than 2,500, you can break it down further by going city by city or state by state so that your list is small enough so that it can do its thing, right? So let's say we click on the extension here, and we can either push these into an existing list, or you can create a new list by clicking create here. So once you click on this, you will be able to create a list. And once that happens, it's going to automatically show up in your prospect lists. So let me go back. So ultimately what you do is once you tell them let's create a new actually sample 1 2 3 4, and you create a new list. And then once you confirm, you're going to start importing. And then you can push this list into a new campaign or an existing campaign, right? So you can click here, a new campaign. It's going to create a new campaign here, which there are 2 campaigns right now. So you can create a new campaign, or you can do an existing campaign and just select which campaign you want. And then it will add these people into the existing campaign, right? And then once you click on that, you can just click on start campaign, and then it will automatically start to, let me just stop this. And it will automatically start importing the things and importing all the contacts here. So this green means that it's actually working, right? So let me actually show you also how to do a campaign from start. So that's one way of doing it. Now this is another way, right? So you click on create a campaign. You're gonna pick which templates you want. They have a bunch of templates, outreach templates. So you can pick any one you want, but for our purposes, we're gonna pick 2 invitation plus a message, right? Then you name your campaign, let's say next, you name the campaign, and then you can either get the name of the people from the list. Again, we have the option there, or you can go from LinkedIn, and then once you click on there, it will take us to the LinkedIn tab, right? You click here, it will open LinkedIn, and then you can run the extension and you'll be able to import these, right? Or if you don't want to do that, you can click on my list and pick the list that you're trying to get the stuff from, right? Let's say we do pick this list, and now it's asking us, do you want to add all the prospects from the list? Yes, all the prospects, right? Then it's asking us invitation, add a note. Again, you can add a note, but we don't want to add a note. And then we enter a delay. I like to do 2 days. Next, and then you type up your offer here or your message, and then you confirm. And then after 3 days, after you send the first message, then you send another message, and then you confirm, and then launch my campaign right there. So that's all you do. And the way Wallexy works is that while you guys have your computer on, it's going to be running. So when you turn off your computer, it's going to stop running, right? So this is something that runs in the back end, and you can just set it and forget it, right? Once automation stops, that's when you can just literally add new list into the campaign or create a new campaign, right? So it's very simple. Now I know guys, I'm talking very fast, but the whole point is like you can watch the video again and try it for yourself. I swear, if you set it up the way I'm telling you, it's going to take you less than 1 hour to understand the whole thing, how it all works. And once you set it up one time, it's good to go, right? So give it a try, guys. You know, this can easily get you 10, 20, 30 appointments a month for your business service, right? So that's all I have for you guys, and I hope this was valuable. Again, this is a total guide. This is all you need to know. You don't need to know anything different. It's very simple. You just need to implement it, right? And once you implement it, you will be able to get appointments. So highly recommend using it. And please, if you have any questions, any comments, please leave us a message, comment, and don't forget to subscribe, guys, because it does take us a long time to put something like this together and put it on the internet. So one last thing, if you guys want to implement this, you can talk to me and my team. I'll put a link to book a call with me. If you do want to book a call with me or my team, you can do so down below, and we'll be able to help you with this campaign setup and much more things, right? So with that being said, thank you so much. We'll see you on the next one.